Something's brewing behind the scenes in Kansas City that most people aren't noticing, but it could completely shift the team's direction very soon. A living legend is starting to show signs that the end might be near and the team might not be ready for that moment. At the same time, an unexpected twist could put GM Brett Veach's plans at risk, and it's no exaggeration to say it could directly impact Patrick Mahomes' future. And as if that weren't enough, even after a historic season and with a proven coaching staff, the Chiefs are still being ranked behind teams that didn't come close to what they accomplished. Something's off here, and the fan base is starting to wonder, are people underestimating the dynasty? You won't want to miss a single detail of these bombshell updates, so go ahead and hit that like button, and let's jump into the video. If Travis Kelce really is getting ready to say goodbye to the NFL after the 2025 season, it's only natural to think the Chiefs would want to give him a chance to pass the torch to the next great tight end. There's just one small problem. The guys who could inherit that throne might not even be available when Kansas City is on the clock in the first round of the draft. We're talking about two of this year's most hyped tight end prospects, Tyler Warren from Penn State and Colston Loveland from Michigan. Warren is essentially a rising star who's likely to go in the top 10. He's the kind of talent scouts drool over, but rarely worth that high a pick at the tight end position. So even if Mahomes would love to have a guy like that in the offense, the chances are slim. Loveland? Now that's a name that seemed to be more on GM Brett Veach's radar. In several mock drafts, he was projected as a possible target for the Chiefs, but now, according to ESPN's Peter Schrager, even he might be out of reach. Schrager hinted that both Loveland and Georgia edge rusher Michael Williams could climb higher than most mocks are projecting. Translation: if Veach wants his guy, he might need to trade up and spend some serious draft capital. Of course, that doesn't mean Kansas City is out of options. Noah Gray is still under contract through 2026, and Jared Wiley was a draft pick from last year. And who knows? Maybe Kelce has more left in the tank than even he admits. He's acknowledged feeling his age, but still decided to come back for one more run. This could be the final chapter. His contract ends this year, or maybe there's even a surprise extension coming. But for the fans dreaming of Kelce mentoring the next great TE taken in the first round, it might be time to lower those expectations. If the rumors are true, the top targets might already be off the board when the Chiefs make their pick. But what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Should Kansas City make a move now to lock in the future of such a crucial position? Drop your take in the comments, because what's coming next is even more provocative and could shake up the pride of any loyal fan. Even after a 15-win season and being on the brink of attempting something no team in NFL history has ever done, a Super Bowl three-peat, the Chiefs are still that team everyone loves to doubt. The post-free agency power rankings just dropped, and guess what? Once again, Kansas City was left out of the top 3. Sports Illustrated placed them fourth. The reigning AFC champions, led by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, with a proven winning culture and a roster that, yes, has some holes, but also has continuity and star power, still not getting the respect. And it's not just SI, Fox Sports did the same, putting Philly, Buffalo, and Detroit ahead. And at The Athletic, same story, Chiefs in 4th, now behind the Eagles, Ravens, and Lions. Now, to be fair, having the Eagles at number 1 makes sense. They just hoisted the Lombardi and didn't lose much in free agency. But Buffalo and Detroit? The Bills hit the same ceiling every year. And the Lions? Sure, they got some postseason wins, but let's pump the brakes on the hype. Meanwhile, Mahomes spent most of 2024 without his top weapons and was constantly scrambling behind a patched-up offensive line. Still, they won 15 games. And as a reward this offseason, they traded away Joe Thuney, one of the foundational pieces of that protection, for a 4th-round pick. So yeah, there's a reason to raise eyebrows. The O-line is still a puzzle. But let's be honest, there's a long way to go until September. The draft is coming, trade windows are still open, last-minute signings will happen. The Chiefs have a history of figuring things out even when the situation looks messy. The truth is, while a lot of people treat these rankings like gospel, Mahomes and company prefer to let the field do the talking. And come January, it's usually the rest of the league trying to explain how they let that 4th-place team make it all the way back. Speaking as a Chiefs fan, it's honestly unbelievable to see this team treated like an afterthought in the rankings, even after everything they've accomplished. Sure, We know there are adjustments to be made, especially at key positions, but as long as Mahomes is healthy and Andy Reid is calling the shots, Kansas City will always be a serious threat. The only issue is, the window won't stay open forever, and some decisions need to be made now. So if you want to keep up with every chapter of this story, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single update on your favorite team.